We're about to have the perfect day in Disney World. Disney Dad Edition.
Hey, you guys are doing a Disney Dad video?
No, Quincy.
No,
we're gonna just, we have success.
This is what the Disney dads will call the parent walk of shame.
Violet had an accident.
The day in life of a Disney dad.
We are in the Magic Kingdom with our daughters to have the perfect daddy-daughter Disney day.
We are both first-time dads, but Disney experts on navigating the parks. The baby is not as easy as you would think.
There are certainly things you can do and things you have to avoid.
Watch out, Disney Princess Security is on the move.
Wait, are we Disney Princess Security now?
I think we're just Disney dads. Are we security?
What happened to us, man?
Remember those days
No.
we could do what we wanted?
No,
Are
Quincy.
you guys talking about stuff without me?
No. Well,
Here, drinking around the world in Magic Kingdom. Baby bottle style.
and the day didn't actually start here. The day started a whole lot earlier. Roll the tape.
This is a classic Quincy and Sage's car moment.
Yeah, hey, did you take out the trash?
Wait. No, it's not trash day. Don't mess with me like that. Anyway, we've got an addition today.
Hey, Violet's here.
Hey, it's Violet. I'm gonna zoom in. There she is.
She's
suspicious.
No, she's sleepy right now.
She is sleepy. We've reached our first baby-driven decision of the day.
Yeah, so typically if you are far enough back, you have the decision that you have to make. Do you fold up the stroller, take everything out of the bottom of the stroller and fold it into a tram in order to take the tram to the front of the park? Sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. And for me, it's never worth it.
Also, this is Sage's first time using the sitting up stroller with Violet in the park today.
Yeah.
So, but it was a whole thing to get her into it. We'd have to get her back into it.
Yeah, I'm still a new dad, so as much as the expert advice and tips we're gonna give you, know that we're still learning too. So, oh wow, look at that monorail line. Busy. We got through security. Now, just as a general tip, if you have a stroller, only one adult can take the stroller, and everybody else has to go in the non-stroller line, the civilian stroller, the civilian line, I guess is what I'm gonna call it. But I have a huge gripe with the stroller line.
I'm ready to hear it.
And it makes me wicked uncomfortable, especially as a new dad. So when you go, you basically have to go through the stroller line. You take everything out of the bottom, and then you have to leave, especially if your child can't walk, you have to leave your child in the stroller behind, alone with the security person. And again, there's nothing against the security people. I'm sure they're vetted. I'm sure they do their jobs great. But to leave them behind with like a stranger while you have to go get searched feels like weird to me. Just to leave your child behind with a stranger is just like, it just makes me nervous. I'm a new dad. What are you doing here, Quincy?
I'm a dad too. I'm the AllEars dad.
Really?
Yeah. Well, hang on. Yeah.
But I actually have a child. You're the AllEars dad?
I'm the AllEars dad. You guys said you were doing Disney dads. I'm the Disney dad of AllEars.
As we wait for our other Disney dad, DFB Dustin, it comes down to the decision.
The third Disney dad.
No.
The third one that's coming through.
No.
Yeah.
No. Look at these cute hats. Dustin says, hey man, you want to wear this hat? I was like, yeah.
I'm not wearing one because I'm a boy dad.
Yep,
that's a thing.
That's the thing. So Winnie is here, Violet is here, Mortimer is here, and yes, I know.
Yes, Violet is here.
Yes, we've got our coffee. So we were talking about what we think the best decision is getting to the Magic Kingdom from the TTC. Dustin, you go first. What your idea is?
So I don't know. That's a good question. Weather depending. Obviously, bad weather, monorail. I think otherwise it's preference. I think it's either way because there's tons of room to get on the ferry with the strollers. sometimes you get cramped early in the morning when it's busy on the monorail. So maybe the ferry's easier when it's busy, but when it's slower, jump on the monorail. So I'm up either way. We're right in the middle right now. So
yeah,
I'm up either way.
Definitely the monorail is the fastest choice to get to the Magic Kingdom. You can even hear the cast members say the fastest way to get to the Magic Kingdom right now is the monorail. But because of our jumbo strollers, and Quincy has a stroller around here somewhere.
I do. It's over there.
I think our best option for today is to take the ferry. It has a low weight, and we don't have to worry about these gigantic things.
Violet, you're eating your hands.
Don't. Yeah.
Is that yummy?
She likes her hands.
Yeah, so yeah. So does Whitney.
Need some help, Q?
No, I got it. Thanks. My wheels were just locked.
All right, we are headed to Magic Kingdom with Disney dads. After you,
Thanks.
your fake baby. It is a rather busy day today, and we're all going to be doing kind of different things today because one, our babies are different ages. How old is at the time of filming? How old is Winnie?
Winnie is now just over 5 months.
Violet is now just under 9 months.
Mortimer has many ages. His age is what is most convenient at the time.
Mortimer is ageless. So we're probably gonna do some things together. We're probably gonna split up a little bit. I know I did purchase Genie Plus because I will be doing a couple attractions with Violet. She can't do a whole lot, but she can do some fun dark rides.
But that girl will not do a line.
So I did purchase Genie Plus, and it was $27 today just for Magic Kingdom because we don't plan on park hopping because park hopping does make things a tad difficult with all our things today. So it was $27 today, which means it's not insanely busy, but $27 is pretty high. It's pretty busy. And another big thing is that we're juggling today. One on top of filming, but we are also, doing the baby thing, which means we don't really get a lot of say over our schedule. If she's got to eat or if she's got to get changed, we kind of have to stop what we're doing. So it'll be an interesting day for sure. Just two girls chatting.
Two girls chat. She has got a lot to say.
As you can see, it's an extremely busy day, and typically without strollers, we'd be able to make our way all the way to the front, kind of, weave on in, but you have to be more, courteous with a stroller. You do have this giant piece of equipment you are lugging around all day, so we'll go over some of the tips and tricks on how to be, one, courteous, but also we've got a stroller, so you be courteous too, you know what I mean? I think the biggest word of the day today is expectation. Set your expectation, because one, it's a busy day, but two, just with everything that we're juggling today, we kind of have to be super patient, super chill. It's gonna be a fun day, but it's just gonna be a little bit different, and we've got to be patient. Let's go. Here we go. Entrance time, baby. All right, we have made it to Magic Kingdom. We are inside. We're in the belly of the beast. Straight up ahead is a Friendship Fair, which is the current castle show, and it features different vignettes from Princess and the Frog, Frozen, as well as Rapunzel, or Tangled, I suppose. Also everyone's favorite pals, Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, and Daisy. But a great thing you can do with kiddos is live entertainment. Live entertainment is important, yes, for sure, but definitely it's one of those things that doesn't take any height requirement. Specifically this found entertainment where you don't have to see it, we don't have to grab a seat super early. You can just kind of pull up, bring the stroller to a good viewing site, take them out of the stroller. You might have to raise them up. I don't typically recommend shoulder sitting because that blocks a lot of the people behind you trying to see, but holding them, it definitely works, and it's a great way for them to see their favorite Disney pals from afar.
We found Emma.
Oh, I thought you were taking a picture.
That was really cool though. She came because Emma's getting to meet Violet for the first time.
I've waited pretty much my whole life.
Yeah, and this is, and for everybody that knows, Emma is Violet's favorite AllEars cast member, so she.
What?
Auntie M.
What?
We just have a bond.
She doesn't watch the videos. She's like, who's that guy in the wig? Oh, that's Daddy.
Oh, that's Daddy. Whoa. So we're doing this. Dustin had to pull away with little Winnie because they had needs, which is where they have gone. Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
You got so many.
You got so many gums. So many gums.
She's over it.
This is most of the activity of bringing a baby to Magic Kingdom.
Correct. It's
Stand
very chill.
in Magic Kingdom, talk to baby.
Yeah, we are gonna do like we're gonna ride Winnie the Pooh. We might ride the People Mover. I know.
Yeah, the People Mover.
We might ride the Carousel. And we might meet Mickey. We don't know yet. It depends on line. It's a very busy day.
It is a very busy day.
So we'll see. And
This is my perfect day, actually. What you described is what I want to do for my perfect day.
Justin said something earlier, like, we might do Haunted Mansion because, we got to expose it to them first. And I was like, how dare you? Yeah. Yeah. More live entertainment. It's important. Yeah. We should also note it's a very, very sunny day. We all talked about how sunburned we're about to be. That's why she has a little hoodie on. She doesn't love hats right now. She's not a big hat person.
She's doing okay with the hoodie.
Yeah, but she's doing okay with the hoodie. And yes, you can do sunscreen. But typically doctors recommend to not do sunscreen before 6 months and after 6 months, before a year, to do like a very mineral-based sunscreen.
All right, so it is time to do a little bit of feeding. She's asking for it. So we are gonna go ahead and roll on up into Tomorrowland Terrace. This is a great little quiet place to come get out of the sun, get some feedings done, just kind of relax and hang out. I know we've talked about this place a lot in groups of people just to hang out, but it's a great spot for the babies because there's plenty of tables, places in here. It's usually families coming up here to hanging out, to kind of get away from everything. There are 2 bathrooms up here. They do have changing tables in here. So Disney dads, if you want to get in and kind of get away from everything, it's here. But the nice little, also sneaky little trick here is also the high chairs that kind of high back here that you can pull out and use if you need to. I brought our lobsters, so I don't have to worry about having one of those right now. But it just ends up being a nice little added bonus if you need to. All right, we are at the whim of good old Wednesday today. So she decided that she's done eating, but we need to go ahead and change that diaper. So we are going to head over to the baby center right now. It's a great place to get things that you may have forgotten or need or lost or ran out of. They have a nice little care there for you. It's probably the most comfortable place to do any diaper changes or any needs. It is located right behind Casey's Corner, between there and the Crystal Palace. You just come over here, park your stroller, grab what you need, head on in, and they have changing tables and everything else set up for you, ready to go. All right, super cute Alice in Wonderland themed. What's so great about this is they are nice, cushy changing tables. They are all lined for cleanliness. They have an attendant here, always cleaning up, wiping, sanitizing everything. We always kind of bring our own mat anyway, just in case, because some of the places don't have them, like the bathrooms and such is always a little bit grosser, so we like to make sure we have our own covers. But it's beautiful in here to make sure everything's taken care of and you can take care of the needs needed to be done in a place like this. There is a companion restroom here too, so if you need to go at the same time they gotta go, nice and easy, quick in and out for you. And if any moms are watching the Disney Dads video, here you go. This one's for you also. All right, dads, if you forgot any food, snacks, necessities like diapers, or you need some meds, you can get them all right here inside the baby center. We like to come in here and wash our bottles. They usually have some nice Dawn dish soap, so we can wash our bottles out, re-clean them, so we don't have to carry around too many with this. If it's a day where she wants to eat a lot, it's all taken care of. But they've got bottle warmers, microwaves, anything that you could really need for the baby is all covered in here and ready to go.
Remember that thing I said about going with the flow? Halfway into Adventureland, on the way to maybe try some Dole Whip, we finally have CB Baby. So we're gonna pull off to the side.
Sit in the shade.
Emma's gonna join us. Maybe we'll have some Dole Whip, like for our own account.
Yeah.
And then maybe when she wakes up, we'll let the adventure begin.
Yep. But you're on baby schedule when you take a baby to the parks. If the baby's napping, time to chill. It's just a very different experience than going to the parks with older kids or anything like that, because babies have needs and they don't care about your lightning lane and they don't care about your dining reservation. They don't care. So sometimes you're chilling in the shade and sometimes that's nice. It's a different experience, but not a bad one at all. I recently took my best friend's 2.5-year-old to Magic Kingdom for the first time. We spent the entire day in Fantasyland and Main Street. We did not leave.
Well, that's that's all the things that they can do. They can't really do a whole bunch in Tomorrowland. And
I had the best time. I had an amazing day. It was so much fun, but it was not anything like a day with any other age group, because those kiddos, they just have more needs and less ability to manage those needs. You gotta manage them for them.
All right, we are all changed, we are fed, and we are ready to party. We're gonna go meet back up with Sage and Quincy, Violet and Mortimer, and see what they are up to. But I've got a feeling that we just got done eating a lot and changed. Someone's gonna probably pass out and fall asleep. So that's okay. That's where it becomes the dad's part of the day, where we just kind of hang out, walk around, check out the scenery, see if there's anything we want to do, like snack and eat while we have a little bit of time while they sleep. That's the day of and life of a Disney dad.
This is actually a Pop Yum. This is what we use when we're traveling to the parks, because formula only lasts, when it's mixed in, it only lasts for so long. And we don't want to waste formula because it's expensive. She's on Total 360 Similac, I'll say it. And it's $50 for one thing, or like a little under $50. So it holds in the top, and then the water's in the bottom. You press it, you shake it like a little protein shake, and then we're gonna give it to her because she woke up and now it's baby food time. This is baby's first Dole Whip.
I feel like I need to make like a Christmas ornament of this moment.
All right, you wanna try it?
A bite. What do you mean? She's not so sure.
Do you like it?
Unimpressed.
Yeah, I get it.
I get it.
Takes after me. We're just meeting about the Dole Whip.
But you know what? She can say she tried it, and that's all that matters.
She can't say she tried it.
One day she'll say
All right, no sooner than us leaving the baby care center and walking into Adventureland. Wednesday is asleep. The rest of the party is over here hanging out, and we finally made it. One's awake and one's eating. One's passed out and sleeping already. So, you know, hey, Oppo schedules, gotta love it.
Violet does not want to eat.
It happened. So she just woke up, so we're gonna go. I think our lightning lane for Winnie the Pooh is about to be over, so we're gonna go do Winnie the Pooh, and maybe she'll be hungry then. But our adventure, I think, is gonna officially start.
Right?
This whole thing has been an adventure. What am I talking about?
All right, Sage is off to take little Violet on Winnie the Pooh, which is pretty fun. But we've got a sleeping Wednesday, so we're doing what the dads want to do, and we're going to get some lunch.
That's right.
We're going to Columbia Harbor House. Listen, sometimes when the baby naps, you got to take advantage of those opportunities. And by sometimes, I mean every time. Every time. Every single time.
All right, we are on the move. We are headed to Fantasyland. Fantasyland is typically, especially for younger peeps, because there are height requirements all over the Disney parks. Fantasyland is going to be the place where your younger ones can probably do the most, because it's the place with the most children accessible things, like the carousel, Winnie the Pooh, It's a Small World, Peter Pan's Flight. We do have to, find stroller parking and make sure we know exactly where our stroller is and make sure it's identifiable. Because oftentimes cast members will move strollers based on walkways, or if it's blocking something, or if they're deciding to do a new pattern because, 40 more strollers showed up and they've got to figure out a different situation. Now, if you're renting a Disney stroller, typically it'll have a name, you'll write your name on the back of it, but oftentimes people will put a distinguishing color here on the handlebar, or they will tie a balloon to it. That way, you can kind of see it from anywhere. But just know that it can be pretty difficult to find your stroller once you're off the ride for many reasons, whether it be a cast member moving it or it's just in a sea of strollers. And a lot of times strollers look alike. I would hate for you to walk away with someone else's stroller or someone else to walk away with your stroller, you know what I mean?
This is what the Disney dads will call the parent walk of shame, when you forget something in another land and you have to walk all the way back to pick it up, but thankfully it was there.
Thankfully it was there, and thankfully it wasn't the baby.
That's right.
Baby's in the baby backpack.
Baby's in the backpack. Yeah, got it.
Looks like this is stroller parking. This is also stroller parking. Looks like there's more stroller parking over here, so we are going to go over here.
Is this where we start?
All right, so since it's sleeping baby time, we get to come up here, grab a quick bite to eat, get some quick lunch. What I love about our stroller is the bassinet just pulls right off, so I don't have to actually take her out of the stroller. She can stay sleeping, laying down, nice and quiet. Keep it going as long as possible, make sure she gets all her rest.
Sometimes when you're doing stuff for the dads, the baby wakes up anyway, and you don't have any food for the baby, so you just distract her with Emma.
That's right.
And she's none the wiser.
I was gonna say, we all have the same IQ level.
You and the babies. She's like, quit asking me if I'm hungry, Dad. I'm obviously hungry. Food time?
Food time.
You couldn't have green beans? Is it because you don't have any teeth?
Hey, she's insecure about that.
I don't think she is.
Ask her about her teeth.
She's just been showing off those gums all day.
We made it to Winnie the Pooh with our lightning lane. It's important to know that it's a priority for me anyway, that if you know you'd rather have a more relaxing, chill experience, I always splurge for Genie Plus, especially when I have Violet with me, just because lines at this age can be kind of tedious. They can't really do the interactive queue because you can play with it a little bit, but it's not as exciting as, you know, a toddler getting to play with all little playground things. So I always opt for Genie Plus when I have this little one with me, so we can just get on the ride. No worry, no fuss. And we made it back to our stroller. We're good to go. While we are in Fantasyland, we're gonna do attempt number 2 to get this girl to eat because, again, Disney World is pretty sensory overload. And typically Violet is used to that, but I think she's just excited to be here. This is her third, fourth time to Disney, second time to Magic Kingdom, and she's just looking at all the sights and sounds and giggling away at Winnie the Pooh. But while we're here, we're gonna go to another quiet spot. It's a little less sensory. There's even some charging ports for adults. It's a little relaxing spot, not just for babies, but for anybody who just needs a moment of quiet. It is a busy day, so I'll be curious to see if we can find a seat. But we're gonna head back to Storybook Circus. And we're gonna go to the big tent in the back. It's a little more quiet. We should be able to, I don't know, hopefully get some food in this one. So this is the big Storybook Circus tent all the way in the back. As you can see, luckily there's a lot of open seats. There's some great charging ports, so we're gonna stroll over to this area in the shade. See, as I said, there's some great charging ports here if you need to charge your phone. Lots of relaxing, even some adults sleeping. We have success. Yeah, we did it. This is the other thing that is extremely important for me when I'm bringing Violet to the park, is I do have a little carrier. There are 2 different types of carriers I typically use. This is a standard front-facing carrier. There is another carrier called the Push Baby that basically it's like it goes around your waist and it just acts as like a little seat for them. So basically you still kind of have to hold them, but it's just not as heavy. But this keeps me hands-free, and carriers are allowed on a couple different attractions as long as she's safe and secured. They say whatever makes you feel the most comfortable. She does love some good music. She loves singing, she loves music. So we might go do some PhilharMagic. Before we head into PhilharMagic, as we park our stroller here in stroller parking for PhilharMagic, let's talk about some of the do's and don'ts of strollers in Disney World. If you've got a stroller in Disney World, please do your best to be courteous. Don't leave your stroller anywhere. There are designated stroller parking sections for each attraction. If you just leave them anywhere, a cast member will have to move them back to their designated area, and then you might not know where your stroller is. You could be searching for your stroller forever, but had you known you were just supposed to put your stroller in the designated stroller parking, it would have been a non-issue. And there are signs everywhere that will tell you where stroller parking is and where no stroller parking is. Also, if you have a stroller, do your best to not stop in the middle of big walkways. If you're gonna have a stroller, please pull off to the side and do what you have to do if you need to stop. A big one, please be careful of your surroundings for people who don't have strollers, because let's say you're texting and strollering, you could hit the person in front of you. Let's say you're trying to switch lanes. It's a lot like driving. Check your surroundings and try not to hit the people around you. That's super duper important. Overall, be courteous. But I do have to say that it does go the other way as well. If you don't have a stroller, please be courteous of the people who do have strollers. I know it's annoying. I know that we have to go twice as slow because we need to be safe, because we want to keep them safe. So please don't feel like you need to get in the express lane and zip around us and hop around us or get in front of us because we're going too slow. Courtesy goes both ways. We're all trying to go to the same place. We're all trying to have a magical day. So let's just be kind to one another. Let's go see PhilharMagic. Mickey's PhilharMagic is a 3D show, but I call it 4D because there are some special effects. It's not just a movie. There are some special effects like air, scents, water, and more. Basically, Mickey is putting on his very own concert, but Donald gets a little jealous. He wants to be a part of it. He ends up stealing the Sorcerer Mickey's hat, and we end up being thrusted into some of your favorite Disney classics like Aladdin, Coco, Peter Pan, and more. We made it over to Tomorrowland because I think we're going to be reunited with our other Disney dad and the girl and her stuffed animal. But I didn't want to film and stroller, so I want to talk about what just happened in PhilharMagic. I want to talk about some of the best tips if you're going in to see an indoor show, a live show, where you have a kid with you. And this goes for any shows like the Tiki Room, PhilharMagic, even things like Finding Nemo, The Big Blue, and beyond. My number one tip is have an exit strategy. For some reason or another, especially at this age, again, at the time of filming, she's just under 9 months old. Now, as the older they get, the exit strategy can be a little more loosey-goosey, but have an exit strategy because Violet right now can't communicate her feelings. She can't communicate what's happening. So all I know is from her crying or the sound that she's making or whatever, there might be something in, let's say, PhilharMagic that just scares her. It just, for some reason, doesn't vibe with her and she loses it. My exit strategy is I always, especially at this age, I try and sit as close to an aisle as possible. Now, on busy days like today, you typically have to ask a cast member, hey, can I sit on an aisle just in case I have to peace out? And they will typically always accommodate. One of my other big tips or strategies is to sit at the very back of the theater. That's, again, another exit strategy. That way, in case something goes wrong, I know. And Violet starts to make a bunch of noises, and it doesn't have to be just scared noises. It's just maybe she's just enjoying herself. Typically, at the back of the theater is where you're the least disruptive to anybody else trying to enjoy their time. I'm the first person to be like, she's a kid. Let her enjoy the show. We're all cool. We're all seeing the same thing. But there is a point where it starts to become disruptive, and I get all that. But for the most part, I either sit towards the aisle or towards the back of the theater. It's a great exit strategy, and it's the least disruptive in case she just wants to have a full-on conversation, because you never know when she just wants to start talking. Now, the older they get, the more inward you can go into the front of the theater or the middle of the theater, because they're more likely to tell you, hey, before the show, I've got to go to the bathroom. And now you know, they're able to communicate more. Don't let them eat the 3D glasses, because even though they say they're sanitized, just never know germs. But she loves the music. She loves the special effects, like the wind blowing and the water. She gets super excited, so it's a good time.
All right, we are on our way to meet Sage and Violet over here at the People Mover. And if you think going to the mall during Christmas is crazy trying to find parking, try coming to the parks on a busy day and finding an open stroller spot. It could be about the same. Typically, it's fairly easy. You can make a spot, but I'd like to be tucked in a little bit so no one moves my stroller or decides to just take it so I come back outside and have to play a scavenger hunt for it. So I like to find a spot that's kind of deep into the mix so I know it's going to stay there and I know right where to find it. So we are tucked all the way next to the curb. Perfect spot. No one's going to pretty much touch our stroller, but as you can see, as it is a vast wonderland of strollers galore.
One of my biggest tips for bringing your baby or child to the park is bring a friend who doesn't have a baby or child, because then you can just pass them off if you get tired. I also say in-laws and grandparents are great to bring to the park because it's a great. When they say it takes a village, it's like it's one of those things. You just pass them off. I know. You just pass them off, and you take turns. That way, you're all able to enjoy the trip, both as adults and as babies.
I've learned that Bluey is big with dads and babies. We're listening to the Bluey theme song now.
Bluey, you can find Bluey on Disney Plus. Bluey is a great show for both kids and, funny enough, also adults.
The first thing Sage said to me today was like, have you seen Bluey? I think you'd like it.
Just watch. Yeah, it's so good.
He caught me though the very first episode when he goes, I can't wait, you can be the bum bongos, and I'm like, if you're gonna say bum bongos on a kid's show, I'm down. That's hilarious.
Line can be a valuable time where you learn to walk a little.
That's right, that's right.
My shoes are dirty.
Yeah, they are.
I blame AllEars. This is a Violet first. It's her first time on a fan favorite attraction, the People Mover. It's about a 10-minute ride around Tomorrowland. Features all the different parts of Tomorrowland.
Everybody made it through the line.
We did it, we did it.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga sus manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del
Are you gonna feed her on the People Mover?
Absolutely. This is, you hungry? Because you were hungry in the restaurant. So, is it that time?
Remain seated at all times, keeping hands, arms, feet, legs, and other.
People Mover was a solid choice. Good Yeah.
That's also a baby.
That is also a baby. It's not super sensory overload. The breeze is nice. There are moments of extreme darkness, which is funny. Like, I don't ever think about it like when I'm by myself, but I was like, oh wow, it's real dark. But it's a great option for enjoying our time. Hey Quincy, where's Mortimer?
Oh, he's enjoying the ride. He's asleep.
Here's another pro tip, especially when you're doing stroller parking. A lot of times they're in the hot sun, and plastic and sun don't often mix. Our stroller has been sitting here, so typically I bring a little blanket just in case it does get too hot because we've been in line for a long time. So I'm gonna place this blanket on here before I put Violet down just to make sure it's not too hot. Just a little pro tip there.
All right, People Mover was awesome, super easy, nice, quiet, cool. But we also were able to do a feeding session in. So now we are making our way to Tiki Room, which is one of our favorite rides. And really one of my favorite rides that she can actually go on and enjoy and still like listening to music, and she likes listening to the show. We can finish off the bottle and then keep on trucking along. Sage is taking Violet over to Little Mermaid, which is perfect for her because she's setting up and doing all those things now, which Wednesday's not quite there yet. She's working on it. But this one I can hold her, we can enjoy it together and spend some good daddy-daughter time.
We did split up again because we're gonna go do age-appropriate things. I believe Dustin is taking Winnie to the Tiki Room, but I'm gonna take Violet to Under the Sea. Yes, you're excited. Now, something that Violet we would typically do is meet a character. Because it's so busy today, I think we're going to avoid meeting a character. She's probably gonna take another nap soon, because babies nap, that's what happens. But as we're headed to Under the Sea, let's talk about some helpful tips with some characters. Something that's been really helpful for me as a new dad and having Violet, who is 9 months old, and things are scary, things are new, things are exciting, might be overwhelming, is really to follow their lead. So I typically don't ever push Violet to meet a character or hug a character if she doesn't want to, you know, and that will grow and change as she grows and changes. But I typically follow her lead. I had the extremely fortunate experience of meeting all the characters from Friendship Fair. They came out, they set up a special meet and greet for us, and I got to meet all the characters. It was super special, and Violet was a little overwhelmed, but she really liked Minnie Mouse. She got really close and tried to eat Minnie Mouse's nose. It was very cute. Typically for my godson, when he feels uncomfortable meeting a character, I'll meet the character first to let them know that it's okay, and then after that, if they still don't feel comfortable, then the picture is just for me. Now, if you have an older one who wants to meet characters but is typically, you know, a little shy but they want to meet the characters but they're just a little shy, I recommend coming up with just a couple of questions. And those questions can be anything from talking to Belle, asking her what her favorite color is, it's so simple. Just that one question typically starts off a conversation with one of the characters. They'll ask you what your favorite color is, or they'll ask the kid what their favorite color is, and then now a dialogue has been started.
Heading into Enchanted Tiki Room, we need to go park our stroller, and I will say Adventureland to me is one of the craziest areas to park a stroller because you have 1, 2, 3, 4 attractions that you're gonna be fighting with to find a good spot. I like to park it right outside the Tiki Room. Sometimes you can get lucky and get it right on the rail, which it looks like we have an empty spot right here. But as you can see, it reaches all the way around, down to Pirates, all the way over in front of Jungle Cruise. It is just kind of stroller craziness. It's almost like the wild, wild west over here for strollers. You know, they try to corral them as much as possible. But we've been here where we've parked at one place and we've wound up all the way back in the other area where it's been moved. So we like to make sure that we have a nice clear spot that is safe for your stroller and out of the way, so it does not get moved and you do not have to go on that wild goose chase looking for your stroller. All right. Enchanted Tiki Room is another one of those rides that is perfect for taking your young kid with you. We brought Wednesday on when she was super fresh. She is 5 months now. She still is getting to the point where she's starting to comprehend everything a little bit more. She's recognizing songs, recognizing everything. But this ride is just nice music, nice show for the kids. It's nice and calm, easy. It's out of the heat and out of the sun, so it's nice and cool and relaxing. Again, it's another one where if you wanted to feed, you use it as a feeding ride, which is always great. But we just enjoy this one in general because we're Tiki people, so we're starting her young, getting her involved with it, you know, doing what we gotta do. But again, this is a beautiful, easy, fun ride to bring the young ones on. As you can see, she's already just enthralled by everything that's going on. She loves to look at lights, she loves sound, she loves watching the water. So again, this is a perfect spot for us to kill some time, kind of enjoy it. And again, it's one of my favorite rides, so it's perfect to be just out of that sun, enjoying something with her together. We love it, and we're excited to go on and give it another spin.
Now before we head into Little Mermaid, Violet had an accident because babies have accidents. That's just a thing that occurs. And I didn't want to have to go all the way to the baby center on Main Street. I recommend the companion bathrooms, which are typically at every other bathroom. You'll see, you know, the men, the women, and then there should be a companion bathroom. That's typically for families. There's a changing table inside, but that's typically for families who need additional help, which in that case, Violet needs additional help. So we used a companion bathroom, changed her, and got out of there.
All right, that was a very successful ride. She stayed awake the entire time, finished off the rest of her bottle. She loves it. She loves seeing all the colors, listening to the sounds, the music, especially when you get the loud crash and the rain. It just soothes her. So I think the rain started putting her to sleep as soon as she finished that bottle. So now we have a sleepy little Wednesday that is just ready to go. I think Sage and Violet just finished up their last rides over at, I want to say, Little Mermaid. So I think they're done. And I think we're gonna start wrapping up because we're already getting towards the evening, which means it's gonna be dinner time and bedtime. So I think we are going to meet up and bid each other adieu.
One of the best parts about, I could also say best excuses about having your kid with you especially at this age, as well as a huge perk to being a local. And something that we always recommend, especially if you're here for longer vacations, is taking a break, or sometimes feeling it out and going, you know what, my 9-month-old, my year-old, whatever you have is really tired. They're done. They're not eating because they're too overwhelmed or they're too stimulated, and maybe calling it early and maybe having a pool day after this or something like that. It's currently 4 o'clock, and it's time for her to go back down again for a quick nap before bedtime tonight. So I think we're gonna call it, but it's important that you take breaks, because when you don't take breaks, they end up getting overtired, they end up getting angry, getting frustrated, and that just that just ends up being frustrating for the entire family, because it is the end of the day, or I guess
End of a baby day.
End of the baby days.
Okay, about 4 p.m.
Yeah.
4:30.
4:30. Instead of taking the ferry, we're going to take the monorail, because there will likely be more spots. The way I thought you were like trying to beat us.
You look like a pirate.
Yeah, there'll likely be more space for us to have our giant strollers. The other part of us taking the monorail is a lot quicker, and getting home, I'd like to be a lot faster than arriving, if you know what I mean.
All right, last minute stop before we get in the car. It's been a long day. We're gonna do that one last diaper change before we head out. So on the left-hand side, as you're walking to the park, is that companion restroom. We're able to take her in, do a quick change, head to the car, and get home so we can get to dinner time. And see mommy, right? Just to give you a heads up, the companion restroom on the way out of Magic Kingdom at the TTC does not have a changing table. You definitely have plenty of room if you have an older kid with you, but if you are gonna change the baby, you gotta go into the men's room or the women's room to use the changing table. There is not one at the companion restroom.
If you like this video, go ahead, like, subscribe, and then Violet, I need you to throw it to a really good video.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah. But make sure the synergy goes with the video you're throwing
to. They're videos that like the people who are watching this video would want to watch.
For sure.
You got this?
All right, and go.
Go.
If you guys like this video,
I think overall, a successful daddy-daughter stuffed animal day. My favorite part of the day was definitely doing Winnie the Pooh. It's her favorite attraction, and something that I think all ages can enjoy, even 9-month-olds.
Mortimer had a great time, but my favorite part of the day was staring at babies.
There you go. We love the Tiki Room. She, at 5 months, watches, listens, kind of interacts a little bit with it, and it's really good because we can just sit there and relax, and if she gets a little fussy, we can feed. So I think the best part of our day was Tiki Room.
Something I'm going to try differently next time is I'm probably going to attempt a better schedule for myself, which I know is almost impossible, but...
Let's drink no water today.
Well, yeah, I meant when I said myself, I think I'm extremely dehydrated. But I mean, potentially going to some of those quieter locations that we didn't even get a chance to talk about, like Center Street and maybe Tom Sawyer Island, so that way she's less stimulated in order to take those naps and maybe eat more. That's what I'm going to try differently next time.
Yeah, being 5 months, she did take her naps. She did eat, so we stopped a lot more than they did. They got a lot more in today, which was fine. But I will say, I should pack snacks for myself because I have food for her and water for her and everything for her, and all we had was a coffee, and we got lucky and got to meet Quincy and Emma for lunch. But if you're by yourself, you're not going to have that opportunity always for somebody to help you out. So I would say make sure you pack snacks for yourself. We're just so selfless.
Dads need care too.
We're just so selfless.
I know.
Dads need care too.
What would you do differently next time?
Not leave my stroller in Adventureland.
Oh no!
Put it with the water bottle.
Yeah.
Put it with the water
Do you have
bottle.
that?
I didn't bring it today.
Okay. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe.
And now go watch what happened when we brought a fake baby to Disney World.